Are you ready for an altcoin season? Are you ready for a meme coin season? Are you ready for some major gains? Now, if you answer yes to that question, good, because so am I. I have been loading up on cryptocurrencies for a very long time now, and I am ready for the gains to begin. I'm ready for the profit taking, guys. You got to remember, that's why we're here, to take some profit. We are here to make some money. We are not here to jump in at the top of the peak and write it back down like a lot of retail investors will do. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the video today, because as Ethereum is once again ripping back up to test and hopefully break $4,000 per coin, we've got a signal for incoming gains of 200 to 500% in altcoins. Let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. Now, a 200 to 500% gain in altcoins would be phenomenal, and I don't believe that that's impossible. As a matter of fact, I believe that we could be sitting on the brink of the biggest bull market rally that the space has ever seen. Here's what this is a guess. I want you guys to know that, right? Nobody knows what the future is going to I guess, bring, but here's what's playing out, right? Institutions are driving this gain so far. Major ETF inflows into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and eventually into XRP and Solana, when those are approved for spot ETF trading, is going to be funded in majority by institutions. If and when interest rates are lowered at the September meeting, right? A lot of analysts now are believing that Jerome Powell is going to lower interest rates in September. That could cause a huge influx of buying by these institutions. They're going to start beginning to see that as interest rates are lowered, right, it's going to create a risk-on scenario. It's going to drive prices higher than they are right now. And as that takes place, retail investors are going to get that FOMO, that fear of missing out. They're going to start buying. And when FOMO peaks, okay, this is when the vast majority of retail investors jump in. They can't resist it anymore. They jump in, and guys, they cause a peak. They cause a peak at about the same exact time frame that we have seen in the past 4 bull market cycles, right? 2013, past 3, 2013, 2017, and 2021 all saw prices peak in November, December of those bull market cycles. We could be setting up for the exact same thing. Now, I'm not one of those guys that believes that these patterns have to repeat themselves, but I am watching it repeat itself essentially in real time and preparing for these gains. Now, let's read a little bit about what's going on here. It says altcoins may start posting gains by October. Think about this. If the gains begin in October, by November, December, the FOMO will peak out. It is perfect in its cyclical nature. You've got a co-founder saying in an X post that he is all in on altcoins, adding that there could be a 200 to 500% to be made in the next 2 to 4 months, and I do not disagree. Guys, that puts us exactly in that November to December time frame. The recent move of Ethereum is the first step towards a more risk-on appetite. Gosh, it's almost like I'm being echoed here. Ethereum has gained 6% in the last 24 hours to trade at 38.54, 39.77 at the time that I'm recording this video. After a major pop this morning, Ethereum is doing even better, testing $4,011, I believe, for the first time in over 250 days. Goes on to say that the Ethereum-Bitcoin ratio, which measures Ethereum's relative strength against Bitcoin, is up 38% over the last 30 days, according to TradingView. Many market participants perceive Ethereum's rising price as a key indicator for upcoming altcoin rallies, signaling a shift in investor appetite towards higher-risk assets beyond Bitcoin. We've talked about this cycle so many times, guys, this rotation. Bitcoin runs. And I believe it will continue to run. I believe that Bitcoin will continue to be the largest digital asset out there, and we could be seeing prices between $150,000 to $200,000 as it peaks out. If once that happens and Bitcoin becomes saturated, right, people move down into altcoins. And don't forget, right, that as the altcoins become saturated, And as people get this risk-on mentality in their minds that all of these gains are possible, they get even greedier, even riskier, and they buy meme coins. And guys, these meme coins could go, I mean, these meme coins are really what causes the bubble to burst, right? People go out there and they see life-changing astronomical gains, and then of course they begin to take profit. And then because retail is so nervous, as soon as a little profit taking happens, a lot of profit taking happens. And then you get a nice slide down. And then of course the bubbles burst and we start the cycle all over again. It says, will Ethereum go against the trend of a weak Q3? Ash Crypto warned not to ignore Ethereum's historically weak performance during this time of year, as August to September are generally bearish months for crypto. So I would be cautiously bullish. I am bullish, right? Typically, sure, we might see a bearish August and September, but we are on that 4-year cycle right now. We are on the rally beginning. So I am excited beyond, looking at what has happened in the past. Meanwhile, you get other crypto analysts. They talk about 16,000 per coin expectations for Ethereum. Look, to me, that's a little high this cycle. I don't know if we're going to get to $16,000 Ethereum this cycle or not. But what I do believe is that we are ready for some gains. And because of that, I'm continuing to load up. I am buying Ethereum out on the KSX exchange. You guys got a link for it down in the description below. You can actually trade on up to 125x leverage if you want, which, dude, if Ethereum goes up and you're on 125x leverage, that's going to be a lot of money. And I am also buying into tokens like Bitcoin Hyper. So if you guys are interested in Bitcoin Hyper, what these guys are doing is building a layer 2 blockchain. I've bought into Bitcoin Hyper on 2 separate occasions so far. They've raised $7.7 million. And although all of their artwork looks like, a pure meme coin, these guys are building the fastest layer 2 blockchain for Bitcoin ever, right? And if you're looking for a layer 2 blockchain for Bitcoin, this is how it's going to work. You're going to be able to bridge your Bitcoin over to the Bitcoin Hyper network. You're going to be able to transact with near instant finality. All of your security and settlements are utilizing zero-knowledge proofs will be sent back to the Bitcoin Layer 1 network. And when you're finally ready to withdraw back to the Layer 1, you simply initiate that request, and it sends your assets back to your Bitcoin Layer 1 wallet. If you still got questions, you guys can get them all answered down in the frequently asked questions page. And of course, you could go out there, follow their X account as well with 16,700 followers. Send them a message, just watch their announcements, see all of the latest information that they're posting. But this one is growing and growing fast. And if Bitcoin really takes off in this bull market, I believe a lot of the coins that are named after Bitcoin are going to do very well as well. So let me know what you guys are buying down in the comments below. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.